video has been brought to you by Morning Coffee. Morning Coffee, wake up, shithead. I'm Replaytai Heretic, and welcome back to Paper Mario. In the last episode, we took down the Koopa Brothers and got the first Star Spirit. And in this episode, we're going into Mount Rugged to go to Dry Ruins somewhere in the Dry Desert. You didn't miss anything, by the way. I decided to stop recording when I reached that transition, so I had to do everything the same way over again. So I have the magical seed like from last time, and I have 10 less coins from wasting it on the 20 for wasting it on the 9 block option. And I also did not buy a badge. I also have 3 Koopa Teas. Now before we go anywhere, there is an egg in this bush that you can use to restore 5 HP. You take this back to Tasty, and you can get a fried egg, which restores, I think, 7 HP. So up we go. That's a stone block. Usually you can destroy blocks with your hammer, but this one you can't because it's stone, so you need to upgrade your hammer, which we will get an upgrade for our hammer very soon. Shouldn't say soon because it's going to be a while, probably, because we got a lot of searching to do. Coffee. I don't usually drink coffee, but when I do, I drink it, like, slow. I don't really like the bitter aftertaste of coffee, but I don't really mind it. I just drown it with creamer. French vanilla creamer. But this one has a particularly weird aftertaste, I don't know. So I wind up washing it down with a bottle of Jolt. Okay, so we have 3 letters to retrieve for Parakarry. There are a few things we can do here in Mount Rugged first. First off, we can attack these Monty Moles for star points and such. In that block is a Sleepy Sheep. Yep, Sleepy Sheep, okay. And over here, once you destroy this block, there is a Waka. Waka is a really helpful character. He doesn't give you anything just by talking to him. You have to hit him. And then it gives you Waka's Bump for 25 HP and 25 FP. I have no clue why you would eat this, but it's really helpful. So, eat it. Just eat it. Actually, before I started recording, I was eating breakfast. I was like finishing up my breakfast, and then I was going to record a few minutes later. Somebody's car alarm went off before I clicked the start capture button. I was just like, okay, I'm going to start this, and then just before I started it, I just hear in the background this like droning noise. Okay, so here's the first of our letters. We get Cooper to retrieve it for us, and there you go. This one goes to Merlone in Toad Town. Is it Merlone or is it Merlon? Okay, and you also have these little bastards. Clefs. They have 2 defense points, which, they have 2 defense points, which means that you can't attack them with your hammer, normally. Unless you have a hammer charge badge, which we do have. These guys don't really give much star points for what it's worth, so it's not really worth fighting for them, for their star points. Okay, we go over here and we retrieve our next letter by sliding. Okay, just like that. Now, in this particular area, you have your letter, but there are a few things here that we can use for our advantage. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Now, I didn't say that you couldn't fight them, because you can actually take them out with Bombette, using her bomb ability. Not really worth it, though. However, we have to do this because, well, it's fun. It's fun to murder helpless creatures in the world. Okay, so we're gonna use jump. Monty Moles have 4 HP. Their main ability is to throw rocks. The timing is pretty interesting for them, though. They're fun to fight, including in groups. Now, one peculiarity is that you can fight Clefs, and you can use your bomb ability, but you don't have to hit them with your bomb. You can actually just launch Bombette and then hit them. Now, here is a badge that's really useful. It's called Damage Dodge. When you do an action command, instead of dodging just 1 attack point, you dodge 2. However, the yield for using this is humongous. It's 6, I do believe. No, 3. Oh wait. No, Dodge Master is 6, I think. Anyway, Damage Dodge is really helpful. The only problem is that we don't really have much to give. I mean, Chill Out is really useful to avoid getting hit. So our next level up is going to go straight to getting our BP boosted. We're gonna need a way to get over there, because you can't use Cooper to go over there. We need Parakarry, which is who we met, in order to levitate over there. He's our next partner, so I'm just gonna spoil that for you. Aha, Cleft. So the way that you're supposed to fight them is that when they start walking away from you, wait for them to turn into stone, and then do that. The yield is just enough to take them out. If you have more than one Cleft on the field, you're gonna have to take them out with another bomb, which will waste some FP. But if you use a bomb ability on the overworld, and that hit actually goes to the battle screen, it doesn't waste FP. So use that to your advantage. Okay, and right here's our next letter. There we go. Simple and sweet. Okay, now we go back to Parakarry and give him the letters. Right after we get rid of this fool. No, that didn't work. Okay. Wait for it. Oh, missed. Got him. There. That took a little bit of time. Aha, here we go. Some Monty Moles. Now these guys are really fun to just fight. They're really fun to fight for some reason. Mostly because the timing's pretty much the same as a Goomba, except that these guys actually can pose a threat. The timing for their rock throw is kind of interesting, because they take the time to throw it, and then the rock takes time to travel. And the time for it is really interesting. I can't really say much about the Monty Mole in particular, since the enemy is fairly easy in, like, a sense. But they're fun to fight for some reason. Also, I find it a really nice attention to detail where when they get defeated, they're dug holes stay there. It's a nice attention to detail. Some games don't really pay attention to that kind of detail, and that kind of ruins it. It's like that digging part, that dug hole is a part of their bodies or something. I think that's actually I think that was in Pokemon Stadium with Diglett and Dugtrio. Okay, so here's Parakarry. Oh wait, right, I forgot the other one. Okay, let's go get the final one. The final one is actually where you need to go to get to Dry Desert, so it's actually a really quick way to get there. So let's travel back. You can hit Waka, I think, 20 times before he actually gets defeated. And you can use Waka's Bump to make some really interesting foods. And those foods are really helpful in the long run. In fact, Waka's Bump is really helpful in the long run. Especially when you get higher levels and you have high FP and HP, and both of them are fairly low in a boss fight. You're going to need that boost. And so Waka's Bump is actually really easy. It is really good to use. Oh, almost landed right on a rock. A rock of doom. Okay, there we go. There's a final letter. Parakarry dropped 3 letters. That's what he says in his dialogue. So you're going to want to collect those 3 letters. And the 3 letters are pretty easy to find. In fact, you can explore Mount Rugged, and it's actually fairly fun to look around Mount Rugged, since it's a really nice-looking place. Really well designed. I mean, the enemy placement is actually pretty decent in itself, even though some of it is kind of, you know, straightforward. Okay, here we go. Talk to Parakarry and give him the final letter. Okay, so we are going to help him find more letters, and he's going to join our party. Parakarry is a helpful character in the sense that if you press down on the C-pad, you can have him carry him and fly for a short time. He can carry you over short gaps that you couldn't jump across yourself. While in battle, he can attack with Skydive or smash in enemies using his Shell Shot ability. Shell Shot is actually a pretty interesting item to use. It's an interesting thing to do. So we're going to restore our points. Now, Parakarry is an interesting character to use because there are letters that you can deliver to people in the game, and they give you stuff. However, in order for you to deliver letters, you actually need to have Parakarry next to you, because Mario can't deliver letters by himself for some stupid reason. Now, there's a couple of things that we still have to do here. Now, naturally, like I said, we need Parakarry in order to get to that stuff that we saw on the left side of Mount Rugged, but there's also a badge that we want to get. And the badge is actually really helpful, because it can be useful for the dungeon of this chapter. Oops, missed. Oh, it's 3 HP. Whoops. Misinformation. Coffee. I try not to gulp coffee, because for some reason, like, the less I drink, the better. I don't know, I just find coffee really weird to drink sometimes. Oh yeah, there's actually 3 things that we do need to get here with Parakarry. Like I said, this badge over here, which is Quake Hammer. Quake Hammer will slightly damage all enemies on the ground or the ceiling of a stage. Remember that the stages in Paper Mario are actually kind of like stages, and they enforce this in the Thousand Year Door by having an audience, which is a nice thing. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Okay, that's gonna hurt. Now, Quake Hammer is useful because it's pretty much like using a POW block. Now, we can't really do much here. We can use Parakarry's Shell Shot ability to take them out in one hit, though. Pretty much, Parakarry's Shell Shot is like the one way for you to actually attack them. I can't do anything here. I guess do nothing. Now, these guys also have 2 attack, which I just showed you. Now, Parakarry can't use the Skydive because he actually kicks them with his foot, which is dangerous. The one peculiarity about this game is the characters don't have HP like at the Thousand Year Door, which is a problem in some senses. Instead of actually having HP and fainting like they normally would, they actually just get knocked out for a few turns, based off of how much damage they take. Okay, we got the second of the magical seeds. There are 4 magical seeds, and you get all 3 of them, and you can get 3 of them in like the first 3 chapters. Really simple. Okay, so we need to go back over to the left side and obtain our next couple things. Now, damage dodge, like I said, is a really helpful a really helpful badge to have, especially in future levels. And my screen just shut off on my computer, so that's gonna probably make some sounds, me moving around the mouse. Thank you, computer, you jackass. Oh, hey, I didn't know they could just chase you. Okay, so let's see what we got here. I don't want to run from this fight. It could be helpful. Okay. I'm just going to... You can see the problem with doing this stuff at like 8 in the morning. Shell shot. Here we go. Now, in order for you to actually do damage with shell shot, you need to aim the reticle at the cursor surrounding the enemy. Sensor? What? Coffee. Okay, in this box is a mushroom. Yeah, pretty helpful. Now, there's one thing that you can really do with these mushrooms and this honey syrup. It might not be useful now, but actually they can be useful later down the road. So, right here we have a star piece to use. This might be an extended episode, because there is one thing that we do need to do in Dry Desert that's really needed. Now, Dry Desert is huge! It's like 8 by 7 in size. 8 areas like this, by 7 areas. 8 long by 7 down. Like 8 wide and 7 deep. It's really big. And there's a lot of secrets in the desert that some people don't notice. So I'm going to show you. Probably not in this episode, though. I'm going to show you a couple secrets of the desert. But not all of them. Now, there is one thing we can do, and it's pretty risky to do. We can do this on the return back, but the star piece yield... Yeah, they're so called star pieces. No, they're not called star pieces, they're called star points. What the hell am I thinking? Okay, so there's an enemy in the back over there, and he can give you a lot of points. However, it's pretty risky to fight him now. However, the ballsy son of a bitch that I am, I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna drink my tea, and I'm gonna try fighting this guy. This guy is, strange. Now then, naturally, he says he's seen you somewhere, and he's actually one of the followers of Bowser. He has a piece of paper with your face on it. Really. A wanted poster with your face on it. And he asks you what your name is. Now, naturally, if you say Mario, you're going to have to fight him. If you say Luigi, you're not going to have to fight him. If you say Princess Peach, I think he's going to fight you, because that's just unbelievable. Actually, I want to find out. Princess Peach? Okay, so he just fights you anyway. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious getting that reaction. So this is, Clever, I think his name is. I gotta think about my choices here. Klepto, that's his name. Klepto. He does a lot of damage. So, having an idea of what to deal with is probably your biggest help here. What you want to do is, in order for you to, I thought his name was Klepto, not Buzzer. You get 15 star points for beating him. And fighting him is really helpful. However, the problem is that he's actually kind of tough. However, if I can do this power bounce right, I should be able to do it in 2 or 3 turns. Okay, well that didn't do. Okay, we're going to hit him. Yeah, you can see how powerful Shell Shot is. Oh. Now this is where you learn about partner damage. Now, as you see, if your partner is injured, they can't move for that turn. So, naturally, only Mario can fight. I actually thought that this guy's name was Klepto. Oh no. Man, that really does show up on the mic. Okay, I'm out of FP. Crap. Well, this shouldn't be that bad. Oh, whoop, ah. I thought he was going to do something worse. There's usually a tell I can watch, but I'm not paying much attention because I'm tired. The timing for Parakarry's move is actually kind of difficult. You need to wait until his foot is just about to connect. And his timing is really weird. It's not like Mario's timing. You have to wait for the approach, and then he goes back and kicks. You can use the sound as a helper. Ooh, okay, that hurts. Danger, danger, danger. Stranger danger. Refresh. Pray to the mustachioed gods. I don't know how bad that's going to sound on the mic. Okay. Now we're going to use shell shots, and we're going to hit him. He's almost done at this point. His moves are fairly useful to a degree. Well, his moves are fairly easy to get out of, or easy to avoid. Okay, wow, he's not done yet. How much HP does this guy have? Like 30? Uh-oh. There. You can see the problem with having your partner out of the way. Okay, he's gonna grab again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Oof. That does a nice load of damage. All this time I thought his name was Klepto. Okay, 16 star points. Not bad. Okay, and away he goes. Now then, let's move on to Dry Dry Desert, because we still have a few minutes left to go. Now, before Dry Dry Desert, you actually have a nice little checkpoint with a water tower and desert. Just desert. You can restore your HP and FP, and then you can save. Since we still have a few minutes, we can do a few things. Naturally, the first couple of things we can do is I'm going to open up the guide that I have so I can have the Dry Dry Desert book, the Dry Dry Desert map, I mean. So, first off, there isn't really much you can do. The first thing you can do is, if I can get this guide just right, and yes, I am using a strategy guide, but only for Dry Desert. You go up here, and you have a few bandits that you can avoid. Naturally, you have this block that's already been hit. You don't remember. I don't remember hitting it. Do you remember hitting it? Do you remember hitting a Parakarry? I don't. If you hit it once, a block shows up with a mushroom. Pretty useful, right? Hit it 9 more times. And then you get a Super Shroom. Now, that seems to be it, right? I mean, you keep hitting it and it doesn't really do anything. Hit it 100 times. We're gonna be here a while. This is kind of where the the attack FX badges really are kind of boring, but still. There we go. Our Ultra Shroom. We don't have any more room, huh? Nah, I'll get rid of the mushroom. Okay, so the next thing we do is that we can go up here. In here we have a Thunder Rage. And above we have a Fright Jar. We don't really need those items. You can visit this entire place and actually can get some useful items. The things that are most important is getting some star points to level up so we can have that damage dodge on. These guys, I think, have 5 HP. The way they attack is that they do 2 attack by trying to steal coins from you. The only way for you to get your money back is by attacking them. They steal 10 coins each. So you're going to want to fight them in order to keep your coins. These guys have 2 attack, but their attacking is really easy to avoid, even though I haven't proven that at all, because I've gotten hit twice already. These guys are really dangerous in large groups. Really dangerous. Like, Mondo Dangerous Cuicado. Mondo Leche. The hell did I just say? Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. So, the first thing that you do is that here in the start point you have Colorado's camp. You can talk to Colorado, which is the archaeologist here in Dry Desert looking for Dry ruins. Now, Parakarry has a letter for Colorado. And Colorado will read the letter, and it's from his wife. He gives you a star piece for your efforts. Now, go down 3 and right 1 from here, and you can obtain... Okay, 3 down and right. Now, you can get a letter when Colorado's camp is gone, later in the game. You can get a letter from the tree nearby. Now, you go down 3, and you go right... Whoa, Pokey. You go down 3 and right 1, and directly in the middle should be an FXC badge. There you go. So attack FXC. My favorite has to be attack FXE, but this one's pretty good. Because it's... Do you hear that? Just like, oh! It's pretty hilarious. Okay, now then, you go... Whoa! Oh yeah, there's also marks where the enemies are. Okay, so what you want to do is keep going right, and then you go right 3 and up 1. I'm sorry, this is actually kind of a difficult thing for me to do. I'm not a big explorer. You'll see some blue cacti. And there is a tornado here that if you go into, will teleport you to a set of rocks that will give you the spin attack badge. Now this badge is kind of useful if you're a spin attacker, or, you know, if you like spinning all the time. If you are high enough level, you can destroy an enemy with your spin. Now then, from here we go... From here we go up 2, and... Uh-oh. I'm just gonna... This is a tough one. Okay, I know what to do. Okay, Cooper. We're gonna take a few hits. From here we go up 3 and left 1. I just love that sound. It's so great. Okay, so we use Cooper's Power Shell. Now, naturally, this deals a lot of damage. Really useful. If I had multi-bounce, which you can get from the badge shop in Toad Town, you can actually take out all these. You can actually take out all those enemies right there with the multi-bounce. Okay, so we attack. Yeah, this is going to be an extended episode by a few minutes, because we still have a few things to do. Here we go. We have just one more badge to get, and then we have something else to get, which is actually needed to get further into the game. So from here we go up 2 and left 1, because we're already up a tile. Get some coins. Payday would be really Payday really does actually pay off here. You can get a lot of coins by fighting bandits. Now, you can get nothing here, actually, I think. So, you don't even bother. Okay, so you go here and then left 1, I do believe. No? I guess you go down 1. I must have gone too high. Yeah, right here. Now, you see these 3 trees here. You get the Runaway Pay badge. If you escape from battle and you have star points to obtain, then you obtain those star points. It's really useful for a person that took out a bunch of enemies, and he's about to get down, and you don't have any healing items, and you don't have any you don't have any focus to get a star, to get the refresh. It's really helpful to just do that. Now, one helpful thing you can get here, and I'm going to use a mushroom, because mushrooms can be replenished really easily. If you jump on top of this block, you get one of the most useful items in the game, a life shroom. Now, naturally, it heals 10 HP. However, if you fall in battle, you can get back up with 10 HP. It's like a Phoenix Down of Mario's universe. I'm going to drink my cup of tea. Now, I think I need a lemon for this. And then we have just one thing left to do here. Right here is something that I wanted to explain. Now, where that super block is, that stone block is, at the start of Mount Rugged, is one of these. It's a super block. With it, you can upgrade one of your party members. The member you upgrade will gain attack power and a new ability. So, we're going to teach Bombette how to do Power Bomb, which will attack all enemies on ground. And remember that Bombette is probably one of the most powerful members you can have in your party. She packs a heavy punch, but her attacks are really costly in flower points. So, as you see here, not only does it actually add to her attack, but it actually increases her explosion size, so you can deal more damage outside of battle. Her in battle will still do damage to only one enemy, but the radius at which you can do it outside of battle is much bigger. And it's really helpful to upgrade Bombette. Really, really helpful. And that's all for Dry Desert. In order for us to continue on, we have our lemon that we need. I think we need a lemon. And yeah. So in the next episode, we will continue the adventure and find out the mystery of Dry Ruins. We can save here, and thankfully we have new badges, and we have a new ability. So in the next episode, we will continue, because I just said in the next episode 3 times, including this one. So we will look for a way to get to Dry Ruins and save the second Star Spears. Next time on Let's Play Paper Mario. I'm ReplayTyHeretic, and I'll see you guys next time.